What was it like for you? What were the statements like when you were in the worst financial situation you've ever been in?
I didn't look at them. I don't know, but I do know this. When I was really bad early college, I wanted my daily McD's. That was my dinner, and I could physically afford it because I was also active. What I would do is just find a way just to make the payment necessary on a credit card, so I had enough at the credit card before it hit to the limit to go to McDonald's and get that meal for that day. Because how could I cook? I couldn't cook. I needed my tendies.
What was the meal? What would you get?
Chicken tendies, back when they did it. Tendies, fries, and probably a shake.
Wow, it's the shake. The shakes are the real calorie.
I wasn't fat back then, though. It didn't mean anything because I was active, walking around campus and stuff.
Are you just less active now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just here, at the studio. I'm going back and forth between the 3 units, but yeah, a lot less active now.
Are you motivated at all to try to get in better shape?
To a certain point. I mean, it's the motivation that I tell a lot of people on the show as well. It's like, yes, I'd like to get thin or be more fit. But obviously my behavior is suggesting I prefer going and getting that meal or whatever, being lazier and not working out a bit more. Like mentally, yeah, I want to get there, of course. But
it's surprising to me that you're very dedicated when it comes to business, money, finances, like all of that. It's like you're like a 10 out of 10, like perfect on that, very disciplined. But when it comes to health, there's less of a focus on like wanting to dial it in.
I think it's consequences. I always have a wake up call. I had a financial wake up call one day, just, everything was fucked and I realized how fucked it was. I joke with my friends, I'm just like, I need to have a heart attack real quick. Someone order me a heart attack real quick. Just give me, if I have that, then I'm like, oh fuck. It's like, I don't have any harder time going on dates or anything. I don't have any. There's been no.
There are no consequences.
There's been no negative.
You're not at a point where you're gonna have a wake up call. I mean,
exactly.
Like you could be your entire life like you are right now and be totally fine. Yeah. I feel like there's a bit of a health aspect of like, be healthier. You might have more energy. You might, look in the mirror and be like, yeah. But there's not gonna be like someone who's like, ew. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
And that's why I'm not gonna make an excuse. I mean, there's no excuse. The fact is, for those other things that I'm so disciplined in, if I get less disciplined on the business, I see that in next month's numbers when I sit down with my number 2, Robert, and we're looking over numbers. I see the immediate impact, right?
No scale.
What if
I want to, but obviously my behavior is showing that I want something more.
I think the hardest part is starting.
It is.
That's all it is. I think if you gave it 30 days, like you challenged yourself from January 1st to 31st, 30 days hiring a dietitian, meal preps, and a personal trainer 3 times a week.
Yeah. You don't even need a personal trainer. You could just go on a caloric deficit, honestly.
I'm moving to a walkable community, and every time I am living in before I moved to this house, I lived in a walkable community, and I was 30 pounds lighter. I went on walks every day with the dogs. Now that I live in I love my house, but I just live in a suburban neighborhood, no streetlights, no sidewalks. It's dark when we get out of work in the winter because people refuse to keep permanent daylight savings time. And it's just, I don't go on walks or anything anymore.
I would like to see you get in really good shape this year because we've almost done like an audit a year between you and I. Going on, and I'll find something. We could fine tune it a little bit. I think the first year was getting you off the franchise. We did that.
That restaurant, man, it is as successful as ever, though.
That's okay, but look at you. I think you made a better decision. Probably. I think you are the winner here. But I will say there's something beyond money that like I've noticed a lot of like really wealthy people are now gravitating towards like getting really fit and shape because that's something you can't really buy. Like, you got to think of all the billionaires now are all doing the thing where they're all getting, like, jacked with 6-packs. Mm-hmm. It's the one thing that, like...
They are.
It's now becoming the ultimate flex to be, like, in your 40s and 50s, but chiseled.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that could be next for you because you've definitely done well in business, as we're about to get to in a little bit. So keep watching. And like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I mean, the world to us. But I think
remember when I beat you guys to 1 million subscribers?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, we don't think about that.
Okay.
But now that you've done well in all these aspects, I think the next thing for you would be fitness, just dialing it in, and you might command a little more authority with guests, being like, "Hey,
That might
I
be
did
bad.
Yeah, I don't know if
finance."
that's a good thing. Like having a
You think you
jacked
could-
rich guy,
Yeah.
like
Chad,
yeah,
just,
or like
talking.
12 employees like yelling at you. I feel like that's that's a
Yeah.
different.